The text from my older sister lit up my phone during a Tuesday afternoon board meeting. Engagement party this Saturday, 7 p.m. at the Hawthorne Estate. Cocktail attire. I glanced at it, a small smile playing on my lips, before returning my attention to the acquisition forecasts on the screen. During the break, I fired off a quick reply. "Congrats, I'll be there." Her response was immediate. "Actually, Sarah, we need to discuss the guest list." I stepped into my private office, the one with the panoramic view of the city's skyline, and called her. "Congratulations on the engagement, Chloe. When did Mark pop the question?" "Last weekend. It was very romantic," she said, her voice clipped. "Listen, about Saturday, Mark and I have been carefully curating the guest list. This party is crucial for his professional network. So, we're keeping it to accomplished individuals? People who can add value to Mark's career? He's the CEO of Apex Dynamics, the engineering firm. It's a huge deal." "Impressive," I said. "We're inviting his board, key investors, industry leaders." She paused for effect. "Sarah, you understand we need a certain caliber of guest, people with substantial careers. Mark's colleagues are all at the top of their fields." "I see, and I'm still doing my consulting thing, right?" I asked, already knowing the answer. "Exactly. You're still working from home, doing freelance projects? It just doesn't fit the image we need to project. I can't have you there talking about your laptop work while Mark's investors are discussing mergers and acquisitions. It makes our family look small." Our family, the Harrison family, whose image Chloe had been polishing for a decade. Our parents ran a modest but successful dental practice. Chloe was a marketing director for a mid-tier biotech firm. Respectable, comfortable, but nowhere near the elite circles she was now marrying into. What Chloe didn't know was that my freelance consulting was venture capitalism. 9 years ago, I'd taken my inheritance from our grandmother and made a series of angel investments. Those investments had blossomed. 4 years ago, I founded Harrison Peak Capital. We specialized in high-growth tech and engineering firms. Our portfolio was valued at just under $3 billion. I personally held majority stakes in several key companies. And 8 months ago, Harrison Peak had acquired a 70% controlling interest in Apex Dynamics, the company where Mark Reynolds served as CEO. Mark reported to my board. I'd signed off on his last performance review. I was CC'd on every strategic decision. But I'd kept my professional life in a silo. After years of Chloe introducing me as her quirky little sister who plays with computers, after countless Thanksgivings where my parents gently suggested I look for a real job, I'd simply stopped trying to explain. I used my middle name, Sarah Lynn, in all professional contexts, and let my family believe whatever narrative they'd constructed. "So you're officially uninviting me from your engagement party?" I said, my voice calm. "Not uninviting, just, it's better if you sit this one out. We'll do a small family dinner after, but Saturday is for Mark's network." "Does Mark know you're disinviting your sister?" "He agrees. We need to maintain a specific image. His board members will be there, major stakeholders. We can't have someone who works from home and does consulting as a guest. It's embarrassing, Sarah. You're 32 and you still haven't built a real career." A real career. Mark made $375,000 as CEO, a solid salary. I'd approved it myself at the last board review. "I understand," I said quietly. "I knew you would. We'll celebrate another time. And please, don't mention this to Mom and Dad. They wouldn't grasp the nuances of the professional world." She hung up. I sat in my chair, the city lights beginning to flicker on below me. On my mahogany desk lay 3 files: Apex Dynamics Quarterly Performance Report, a proposal to merge Apex with 2 other Harrison Peak holdings, and Mark Reynolds' pending contract renewal. I picked up my phone. "Jessica, what's on my calendar for Saturday night?" My assistant replied, You have the mandatory Apex board reception at the Hawthorne Estate, 7 p.m. It coincides with CEO Mark Reynolds' engagement party. Perfect. Confirm my attendance. And Jessica, ensure my name card says principal shareholder and board chair. Will do, Miss Harrison. I opened the merger file. The consolidation would create a new entity, Harrison Engineering Solutions, with a projected 45% increase in market value. Mark's role as CEO would be redundant. He would be offered a senior vice president position in the new structure or a generous exit package. The board vote was scheduled for the following Monday. As the majority shareholder, my decision was final. I signed the preliminary approval with my professional signature, S. Lynn, Chair, Harrison Peak Capital. Saturday was going to be illuminating. The Hawthorne Estate was breathtaking, a Gilded Age mansion lit up like a movie set. I arrived at 7:15, deliberately fashionably late. The valet took my discreet Audi e-tron. I wore a simple navy blue sheath dress and understated pearl earrings. Professional, unassuming. Inside, the party was in full swing. The grand hall was filled with floral arrangements and champagne flutes, but I immediately spotted the corporate undertones. Apex Dynamics logos subtly placed on napkins, clusters of men in expensive suits deep in conversation. I spotted Chloe immediately, radiant in a cream dress, her diamond catching the light as she gestured. Mark stood beside her, schmoozing with a group of executives. I recognized them. Apex's CFO, the head of engineering, and 2 minority board members. My parents were over by the bar, looking lost. My father was tugging at his collar. My mother kept smoothing her dress. Chloe glided over to them, her smile fixed and brittle. "Mom, Dad, you should circulate. Mark's colleagues are fascinating." "We don't know anyone, honey," my mom said softly. "Just be social, talk about the practice, make a good impression." Chloe glanced around nervously. I walked past them to the bar, ordered a sparkling water, and found a spot to observe. "Jessica?" My mom's voice cut through the chatter. She'd spotted me. Chloe spun around, her expression morphing from confusion to disbelief to anger. "What are you doing here?" "I was invited. I specifically told you not to come. This is for Mark's professional network." "I know. I'm part of it." Mark appeared, brow furrowed. "Chloe, what's going on?" "My sister showed up. I told her not to." Mark gave me a polite, dismissive glance. "I'm sorry, have we met?" "Not in person." "Sarah Lynn, Harrison Peak Capital." The change in his expression was immediate and total. Polite confusion morphed into shock, then dawning horror. "Sarah Lynn from the board? The primary shareholder?" "Yes." Chloe looked between us, utterly lost. "What are you talking about? Sarah does freelance work from her apartment." "Your sister owns 70% of my company," Mark said, his voice barely a whisper. "She's the chair of my board." The ambient noise of the party seemed to suck out of the room. Nearby executives froze, drinks halfway to their lips. My parents stared, uncomprehending. Chloe let out a short, incredulous laugh. "That's ridiculous. Sarah works on a laptop in her living room." "I own a controlling interest in Apex Dynamics, along with several other technology and engineering firms," I said, my voice calm and clear. "Harrison Peak Capital manages a portfolio of approximately $2.9 billion. I've been on Apex's board for 8 months. Mark reports directly to me." That's impossible." "I'm a venture capitalist. I invest in and acquire companies. Apex was one of our acquisitions." Mark's face had gone pale. He was looking at his fiancé, then at me, doing the math. The CFO approached, his manner deferential. "Miss Lynn, we weren't informed you'd be attending." Mr. Reynolds scheduled his engagement party to coincide with the mandatory board reception. "I'm here for both." Chloe found her voice, high and sharp. "You've been lying to us for years." "I never lied. I simply didn't correct the assumptions you were so eager to make." My mom stepped forward, bewildered. "Sarah, you own a company?" "I founded Harrison Peak Capital 9 years ago. We invest in high-potential firms." "But you work from home." "Managing a multi-billion-dollar portfolio from a home office is entirely feasible when you own the company, Mom." My dad just shook his head, speechless. "Your net worth?" he finally managed. "My personal net worth is approximately $810 million. The mumber landed with the force of a physical blow. Chloe took a step back, her face ashen. Mark looked like he might be sick. The entire room was watching. The engagement party had just become a boardroom drama. Mark, to his credit, tried to regain control. "Miss Lynn, I apologize for the confusion. If we had known—" "You would have done what, exactly? Reconsidered the guest list?" I turned to address the executives. "Since we have the majority of the board present, I'd like to share some news. On Monday, we'll be voting on a significant merger." Mark's head snapped up. "What merger?" "Harrison Peak is consolidating Apex Dynamics with two of our other holdings, Nexus Engineering and Precision Analytics. The new entity will be called Harrison Engineering Solutions. It will be a market leader with projected revenue increases of over 40%. The executives exchanged stunned looks. This was clearly a surprise. "And what about the current leadership structure?" the CFO asked carefully. "The merger will necessitate a reorganization. The combined company will have a single C-suite. We'll be consolidating several executive roles." Mark's face flushed. "You're firing me." "I'm offering you a choice. A vice president position in the new company overseeing client relations with a salary of $290,000 in equity, or a severance package of 18 months' salary." The whispers erupted. Chloe stared, her fairy tale wedding crumbling in real time. "You can't do this. You're doing this because of the party." "This merger has been in development for 5 months. It's a sound business decision. My vote as majority shareholder is all that's required for approval." I looked at Mark. "You're a competent manager, Mark, but Apex needs to scale. The VP role is a legitimate offer. You have until Monday at 9 a.m. to decide." "This is insane," Chloe spat. "You're destroying his career." "I'm optimizing a portfolio. His career isn't destroyed, it's being redirected to a role that better fits his skill set within a larger organization." I turned to leave. "Please, continue with your celebration." Behind me, the chaos erupted. Mark was swarmed by his executives. Chloe's voice rose in a panicked shriek. My parents were calling my name. I walked toward the exit, my heels clicking on the marble floor. My mother caught me by the car. "Sarah, wait." I stopped and turned. "Why didn't you ever tell us?" Her eyes were wet. "All these years, we thought you were barely getting by. We sent you money for your birthday. We worried." "You never asked what I was actually doing, Mom. You just assumed I was a failure and treated me accordingly." "But nearly $1 billion?" She laughed, a sound bordering on hysterical. "Your father and I have been giving you gift cards." "I know. I've been donating them to STEM programs for underprivileged kids." Dad appeared, breathless. "Sarah, we had no idea." "I know. Chloe is hysterical. She's saying you ruined her life." "I didn't ruin anything. I made a business decision that impacts her fiancé. The merger was planned months ago." Chloe burst through the doors, tears streaking her carefully applied makeup. "You vindictive witch! You're punishing me!" "I'm maximizing shareholder value." "You're demoting Mark because I hurt your feelings." "I'm offering Mark a position commensurate with his experience in a company 3 times the size. He's a decent manager, not a visionary CEO. This is his appropriate level." She slapped me. The crack was sharp in the quiet lot. I didn't flinch. "Feel better?" "You've always been jealous of me." "Chloe, I'm worth over $800 million. I hold stakes in 17 companies. What exactly do you have that I could possibly be jealous of?" The question silenced her. It hung in the air, undeniable. "I built this while you were busy being embarrassed by my freelance work. You were so consumed by your own image of success, you never once asked if I might already have achieved it." My mom touched her arm. "Chloe, honey." Chloe yanked away. "You're all taking her side." "He's getting a VP job, honey," my dad said quietly, "at a more stable company, with better pay and benefits than he had before." "It's a demotion." It's a lateral move into a larger pond, I corrected. This isn't about you, Chloe. It never was. It's about business. Your feelings are not my fiduciary responsibility. I got in my car and drove away, leaving them in the estate's glittering shadow. The merger announcement went public on Monday. The financial press lauded it as a brilliant strategic consolidation. Stock values for all involved companies jumped. Mark accepted the VP position. It was the smart play. Within a year, Harrison Engineering Solutions had outpaced all projections. Chloe called once. I let it go to voicemail. Her message was a rambling mix of anger and a tentative plea for family. I didn't call back. My parents tried harder. Dad sent me articles about venture capital. Mom wrote long emails. I had coffee with them 6 months later. It was stilted, full of careful questions and repeated apologies. We just couldn't imagine, my mom said. I stopped explaining when it became clear no one was listening. We were listening, we just didn't understand. There's a difference between listening and being ready to hear. My dad cleared his throat. Chloe and Mark scaled back the wedding. She's struggling. He makes almost $300,000 a year. They'll manage. 2 years later, a major business magazine profiled me. The headline read, "Sarah Lynn, the quiet force reshaping American engineering." The article mentioned I'd started with a modest inheritance and a singular focus. Chloe got married. I wasn't invited. I sent a crystal bowl with a simple card, "Wishing you well." I never heard if she received it. I kept building Harrison Peak. We crossed $6 billion in assets. I invested in bold ideas and brilliant people, and whenever someone at a networking event assumed I was there as someone's plus one, whenever an entrepreneur talked over me in a pitch meeting, I remembered Chloe's words, "We need a certain caliber of person." Caliber isn't a job title, it's not a salary, it's the quiet confidence of knowing what you've built, even when no one else sees it. Sometimes caliber is a navy blue dress at a party, sometimes it's signing a merger that redefines an industry, and sometimes it's the strength to walk away from people who are incapable of seeing you at all. I built something real, and I did it without their permission, their understanding, or their approval.